Hi, Daniel, how are you? Hi, Daniel, how are you doing? Give me 1 second, please. I'm having some problems with my screen. Okay, whenever you can, please join me. I'm waiting for this game to.
Yes.
Hi, Daniel. Sorry, can you hear me?
Hello, teacher.
Hi, how are you doing?
Oh, sorry for being late.
No worries. I was about to ask you guys if maybe you were going to join me because someone just told me that there is a holiday on Monday, I think, or maybe tomorrow, and maybe Monday will be a holiday, but I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, it's January. But yeah, I was having a problem with my computer. I can't run my micro,
Oh,
but
okay.
now works.
All right, great. So it couldn't work.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So whenever you can, please join me on Kahoot. And maybe we can wait a little bit for the signature.
She's having a problem with her computer.
Right.
So she told me that we can start.
All right. So maybe she will fix it in a little bit. All
Yeah,
right.
say about 5 minutes.
All right. That's fine. Okay. So let's start. This is quite a very well, this is a very easy topic. However, Spanish speakers we don't totally understand this. So how do you think we can fill this space? Do you remember
Remember.
to log? Yes, thank you. So it's nothing, or da.
Da.
Excellent. Let's read it, please.
Did you remember to lock the kitchen door before we left?
Excellent. Yes. So there is some situations when we might put a or am depending, or sometimes we don't put anything. So let's take a look at the next one. Hi, Larissa, welcome. I'm going to share the link for this game. So please join us whenever you can. Let's do the next one. All right, so what do you think? Nothing, the, or as. All right, let's read the sentence, please.
I remember this because coffee is uncomfortable. I shouldn't drink coffee. It keeps me awake at night.
Excellent. Yes, you're correct. Thank you very much. Let's see the next one. All right, Larissa is with us. Great. Let's see the next one. Okay, this is a question. What do you think? This is something very common for you guys in Santa Cruz because it's always hot. Not sure, maybe let me check if Larissa has her microphone on. I think it's available. Larissa, could you read the question, please, or the whole sentence?
Okay, teacher.
Thank you.
Can you turn on the air conditioning? It's boiling here.
Excellent, great. So when it's saying boiling, it means that it's very hot, not like water boiling water, no, very hot. Next one. Great job. Okay, thank you guys. Next one, please. All right, so what do you think? In this statement, do we put the, or nothing? All right, great. Daniel, could you read it, please?
Jane is allergic to cats. She starts sneezing when one comes near her.
Great. Do you know the meaning of sneezing?
Estornudar?
Yes, correct. All right. So here we don't need to mention anything, right? Just cats. Great. Next one. Okay, what about here, guys? What do you think? All right. It was actually nothing, right? Larissa, could you read it, please?
Terry and Charlotte are going away next weekend.
Yes. So it's just something generally speaking. Usually done, we use it to mention something very unique, no? So the next weekend, it could be, however, it doesn't use the. No, it's not a specific thing or place. No, it's just a time, a period of time, no? Or a time expression. So it doesn't need the. Okay, this question, please. What do you think? Nothing, or the? Great. Daniel, could you read it, please?
Are these the keys you were looking for?
Great. So same thing, because we're talking about a specific pair of keys or some keys, no? We use this one, say, no? The keys. Okay, next one. All right, what about here, guys? The, or nothing? All right. Larissa, could you read it, please?
I wasn't feeling very well yesterday, so I didn't go to work.
Excellent. So we didn't have to put anything, right? Great job, guys. Let's see the next. Okay. Now we're talking about a river. What do we put? The, or nothing? All right, great job, guys. So, Daniel, could you read it, please?
The river which runs through Paris is called the Seine.
Excellent. Great job. So we're talking about a specific river, so we go the river. Very good. Next one. What about here, guys? We're talking a period of time, or it's a time expression. Excellent. Larissa, could you read it, please? Thank you very much.
I'm seeing Katie tomorrow. We haven't seen each other since last year.
Great. Since we haven't seen each other since last. Okay, great. Let's see the next one. And obviously here, also talking about, well, it's a time expression, no? So we don't use the. Next one. Okay. What do you think? Nothing, da, or and? Excellent. Daniel, could you read it, please?
It looks as if it's going to rain. Take an umbrella.
Excellent. So why and? Because no, the noun is starting with a vowel, right? Every time the noun, the thing is starting with a vowel or a vowel sound, we use and. No? If it's starting just with a consonant, right? Great job, guys. Next one. All right. What about here, guys? Da, or nothing? All right. Daniel, could you read it, please? Thank you.
Hurry up, you're going to be late for school.
Excellent. So just school, right? Not the school, just school. Okay, what about here? Nothing, da, or eh. All right, very good job, guys. Larissa, could you read it, please?
I have a friend who is an electrician. Do you want his phone number?
Excellent. All right. Let's see the next one. So it's just and. No, and it starts with a vowel. Remember, a or n is un, uno, una. We just use a or n for singular, right? With for singular nouns. Next one. What about here? All right. Larissa, can you read that, please? Thank you.
It's cheaper to buy books online than in a shop.
Excellent. It's cheaper. Great. So we don't need to use the, no, we just have books, plural. All right, let's see the next one. So what do you think about here, guys? Is it nothing, nothing, da, da, or nothing, da? Good job. Let's see. Daniel, can you read it, please?
Well, I don't like people who talk about football all the time.
So we don't need no to mention anything, to add anything, not just people, just football. Great job. See next one. Okay. Luckily, no, it comes from luck. Luckily, the ending, no, mente. What do you think, guys? How do we feel this? All right. Larissa, great job, guys. Let's read it, please.
Luckily, the people who work in my office don't talk about sport at all.
Excellent. Great job. So, because we are referring to these specific people, this specific group of people, we use the people who work in my office. No, I'm being specific about this specific group. That's why I use the here. But usually we don't use the when it's just like general, right? Like just people in general. But here is talking about this specific group, right? That's why it's the. And next one. What about here, guys? In a restaurant, in the restaurant, or nothing. If it's from a work, the work, or nothing. All right, great job. So same thing, no? He's just talking about a restaurant, right? It's not talking about, it's not being that specific. No, it's a restaurant and she comes from work, no, just work. Late in the evening. Great job, guys. Or left. Okay, breakfast. How do we introduce breakfast? A breakfast, the breakfast, or just breakfast? It's just dinner, a dinner, or the dinner? All right. So we actually didn't have to add anything. All right, and Daniel, could you read it, please?
What's your favorite meal of the day? Breakfast or dinner?
Excellent. So we don't need to add anything. No, it's just breakfast, dinner, etc. We don't use the or a with breakfast, dinner, any meal. All right, what about here, guys? Is it an is the question or nothing? Or the is the question? No, an answer or the answer? Right, great job, guys. Larissa, let's read it, please.
That's an easy question. I
Mhm.
think I know the answer.
Great, very good. Let's see, next one. Okay, this is a little longer one. So we have 4 options here. What do you think, guys? Let's take a moment to think. All right, great job, guys. Daniel, let's read it, please.
Audrey has 2 children, a boy and a girl. The boy's 10 and the girl's 2 years younger.
Great, excellent. So a specific boy, the, no? And also, well, a boy, a girl, no? There is a very different meaning in each of the sentence, right? It's not the same. Okay, what about good health? It's the, nothing, or a. All right. So nothing, right? Larissa, let's read it, please.
Good health is more important than money.
Great. All right. Very good job. So we don't need to mention good health, no, just good health. And math, just all right, guys, great. Melissa second, Daniel first. All right. So usually we need to realize things for ourselves before we actually recognize, because this is very common, like I mentioned, guys. This is a very common problem that we have in Spanish. Sorry, what's that? Because in Spanish, we usually say el perro, la mesa, los niños, no? So we always use la, la, los, las, right? In English, it's not the same. So let's work on this exercise to see, guys, if you find the hiding rules of each of them. And when we finish this, I will explain some of the rules. And well, a and da are called articles, by the way. All right. So they usually go before nouns, singular, plural, countable, non-countable, right? So I'm sharing the link. So maybe, I'm not sure, Daniela or Larissa, who would like to work on this exercise. In all of them, we have the option to choose between a and da or nothing, right? So for example, number one, do you still live in, what do you think? This is a name, right? A name of a place, no? A, Bristol, and Bristol, the Bristol, or nothing. So we just choose. All right. Any questions?
No, teacher.
Yes. All right. So Daniel, could you share your screen, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Great job. Then we're going to work on another type of exercise. So maybe you can start, well, the first one. What do you think? And then Larissa's turn, please.
Okay, do you still live in Bristol?
Carl's father works as an electrician.
Right, great.
After this tour, you have the whole afternoon free to explore the city.
Why duh? Because that's a very specific period during the whole afternoon, right? The whole afternoon. Okay, number 4, please.
The tomatoes are 99 beans.
Mm-hmm.
Kilo.
Mm-hmm.
How I say?
Oh, kilo. It's just kilo. Mm-hmm.
No, the la vaca. La.
Oh,
Empty?
what do you say? Yes, it's empty, like nothing. Nothing.
Oh. Okay.
My grandmother likes the flowers very much.
All right.
I always listen to the radio in the morning.
What about going to Australia in February?
Mm-hmm.
There is a new English book on the desk.
Loch Ness is the most famous lake in Scotland.
Peter has an aunt in Berlin.
Look, there is a bird flying.
The most um, yes, the most children like sweets.
Great Great Britain consists of Great Britain consists of three parts.
We celebrate New Year on
Give me 1 second, please.
All right. So what do you think, Luis?
nothing.
On 31st of December, on a 31st of December, or on the 31st of December?
No, nothing.
Nothing. All right.
Teacher, how can I say this?
It's 31st.
31st.
Yes. When we
Right.
when we say dates, we use cardinal numbers: first, second, third, fourth.
All right. Last year I gave my mother a bracelet for her birthday.
Her birthday.
Correct.
Britain is an Iceland.
Great.
What is the name of the village?
Great.
Montreal is a large city in Canada.
When I went to Milan, I stayed with an Italian friend of mine.
All right.
Tom is in the bathroom. He's having a bath.
Excuse me, can I ask a question, please? Oh, sorry.
Enjoy your holiday and don't forget to send me a postcard.
Postcard.
Our friends the Browns moved to New Jersey last August.
Our children go to the school by bus.
By bus. Correct.
The roses are my favorite flowers.
Go down Kingston Street and turn left into Oxford Street. Nothing.
I spent very interesting holiday in England. I spent a very interesting holiday in England.
All right.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Great.
The curiosity killed the cat.
All right, that's a saying. No?
How much time do we have? Just an hour.
An hour.
Yes.
All right.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Last year I was in the USA and saw the Niagara Fall.
In the USA.
Okay, USA. USA.
USA, correct.
The lake Baikal is the deepest lake in the world.
All right.
My boss prefers to spend winter on the Bahamas.
The Bahamas. Yeah,
The Bahamas.
right.
Last night we went out for a meal.
Great job.
I have an honor to be here this evening to speak to you.
An honor.
An honor? How I say?
Honor.
Honor.
I went to see the doctor because I'm finding it difficult to sleep at night.
He is the best student in his college.
He is the only child in his family.
Could you close the door, please? It's really cold.
All right.
Okay, shall I finish?
Can we double check really quick? What do you think, guys? Can you find any mistakes?
I remember here I listen many times, just an hour. But why it could be an hour here without double
Yes.
vocals?
Yeah, because the it's not just when it starts with a vowel or a consonant, it's also a vowel sound or a consonant sound. So hour doesn't have the sound of no, it's not hour,
Oh,
it's hour. So it's like the consonant is not there, but it starts with a vowel sound. That's why it's an hour.
got it. Okay.
All right. So what do you think about the date? That's the number 14.
We celebrate New Year on
The 31st.
Do you think it's that or nothing? Because remember, there are two ways to describe date. So it's either, I don't know, November. Is it November? December. December. So it's either December 31st or the 31st of December. So this one sounds like Spanish, right? El primero de, no? But when we say the other way around, it's less formal. This one is a little bit more formal. The other one is just December 31st, right?
okay.
So
When we put which day of the month, we have to specify the
exactly.
day.
This is not, I would say, it's not as common. The other one is a little more formal when you mention the month first.
Yeah.
And then the date, no? But here, because like you mentioned, it's specifically the date, we say da, just in this case. Any other one that you would like to review, or maybe you weren't sure when you were answering? If not, we can just send it and review the answers. I have it open somewhere here. What do you think, guys? We can just. All right. What do you think, Larissa? Is there any sentence that you weren't too sure?
No.
Okay.
Good.
It's fine. No, that's the thing with this topic. This is very specific topic because in Spanish we always say ta. The glass of water, the set, the computer.
Yeah, I remember this one. Here is da, right? Because the tomatoes are 99, it's like say bolivianos, da kilo, de kilo.
It's actually a kilo.
A kilo?
Per each kilo is going to be this 99 cents. A kilo. A kilo.
Oh, yeah.
Each kilo is going to count. It's going to be 99 cents. So it's like, I don't know, 10 apples or 5 apples, 2 bees a piece, or each piece is the same, it's similar. No? So
Okay.
each one is going to be this specific. Number 5, what do you think? What was the correct one?
Empty?
Yes, empty, nothing. No? My grandmother likes flowers. No? We don't need to. It's plural. It's not a thing specific. 11. What do you think?
I'm not sure here.
So imagine the situation. It's look, there's, what do you think? We're talking about this specific bird. So it should be the bird is flying, right? Because you're talking about that specific bird that is flying. So the bird is flying. It's not just, no, it implies that maybe they see or they saw the bird before. 12, it's, what do you think, 12?
En español solemos decir si, mira, ahí hay o hay una ardilla, por ejemplo, o hay un perrito. Esto quizás me confundió, pero
It
si
could
quiero
change.
hacer lo mismo que dije ahorita, sería da.
Yes, because maybe you're talking about this specific bird, because all birds fly, no? It's not weird that that a bird is flying. So it's like, oh, that dog is running. No, it's like maybe they couldn't fly before, right? The bird's flying. Oh, like maybe it had problems before.
Okay.
12, what do you think, Larissa? What do you think, number 12? 12, no? Or 11, sorry.
Most children like nothing.
Yes. Because it's not being specific, no? It's just most of children like blah, blah, blah. 24, right?
Nothing.
Yes, nothing. No, because same thing. No, our children. No, you're not talking about specific. Number 25, Daniel, what do you think?
Empty.
Empty. Just roses, right? 29, Larissa?
Um, a curiosity or not? Or nothing.
Yeah, it's just curiosity. No, I don't think we can be specific with this adjective. Not just curiosity, kill the cat. It's a phrase too, right? It's a saying. So just nothing. And 32, what do you think, Daniel?
Empty.
Empty. Nothing, right? We don't need to add anything there. 33.
The same.
Nothing, right? And Larissa, what do you think? 36.
I have the honor.
Yes, yes. It's your honor, right? The honor to be here this evening. So it's something specific. Even when we cannot see, it's a specific. No? So that's why we use the. And all right, that's all, guys. So let's review some of the rules. It's not difficult. It's just that in Spanish, we don't have these rules. That's why we can get a little bit confused with this topic. We all had this problem when we were learning English, because I know in English, in Spanish, we always describe the right? To different things. So like I mentioned before, the a and are indefinite articles. Well, they're called articles, right? But the specific a and sorry, there is a missing there. A and n are indefinite articles. We use these articles when we are not talking about a specific singular, count, or none. So for example, there's an apple, no? Or a person, or a place, a thing, no? So for example, here, Larissa, could you read both of them, please? Thank you.
We need a shopping cart. There are a lot of carts inside.
Great. So, and no, it's used to talk about in general, it could be, no? And by shopping, we need this, or there is, or there are, right? The existence of, it's described with there is or there are. And lot, it means like many. So I'm saying a lot of, no, a lot of cards. It's a phrase to talk about many, no? It's a very common phrase to talk about things, not a specific number, just like many, maybe more than 2 or 3, no, a lot of cards. So the first one is used for one, no, for singular. The second one can be used for plural, no, depending, no, a lot of. This phrase, this specific phrase, help us to talk about these indefinite things, person, places, etc. Singular or plural, all right? Okay. So a or an or one, we can also use one. We can use it before singular counts, nouns. So obviously a lot of, it's something very specific to talk about plural things. However, a, and, or one, most of the time are used just for countable nouns, things that we can count. For example, apples, cell phones, I don't know, houses, anything, right? Singular, countable nouns, anything that we can talk in singular and plural, right? Count. Here, Daniel, could you be Maggie, and Larissa Paul, please? Thank
you. I want a big box of crunch of cereal.
Okay, we'll get one box.
So here they're just saying that they want something, right? I want this. and they are saying, okay, we'll get you one. So this one is talking about the cereal, right? So yeah, I don't know if there is any question here. It's mostly to talk about when it goes before the thing or the container, depending. It's a, and, or one. Now remember, and goes before vowel and vowel sounds, no? And a, just all the consonants and consonant sounds too, because sometimes vowels also make consonant sounds. Any questions here? Let's see the next one. All right, just something to clarify here. Here, obviously, cereal is uncountable, right? In case that you're thinking that cereal is countable. However, it becomes, uncountable, because we cannot say one cereal, three cereals, right? We say maybe a bowl of cereal, a box of cereal, or maybe we can weigh that, no? Half of kilo or a pound of cereal, no? Depends. However, when we have the container before the uncountable noun, so for example, this is the container, right? A big, a box. No? This is just the adjective, no? A big box of cereal. So the uncountable noun, it becomes countable temporarily, right? So I'm saying a big box, of cereal. Or I could say 2 boxes. No, this is becoming countable. 10 boxes of cereal. No. So when I count the container of the uncountable thing, it becomes countable. No, because I'm not just saying some cereal, which is not specific, right? And I'm not saying a lot of cereal, or a little bit of cereal, or no, or if it's negative, any cereal, right? So that's why cereal, maybe that confused you, it could be considered countable, but because of the container, all right? In this case, a box of cereal, all right?
Teacher,
Yes.
is 2 box or 2 boxes?
Boxes, yes.
Okay.
Then it changes, no? If it's bowls, same, no? 1 bowl or a bowl, right? Or maybe 3 bowls. The container is going to become a countable, no? Depending of what you need, what you want to describe.
Okay.
Right? Cereal is still uncountable, no? But before of the container, it becomes countable temporarily, right? And it's a specific. Any questions? I don't want you to get confused, guys. All right, let's see the next. Well, we don't use a or an with non-countable nouns and plural nouns. However, as you've seen in the previous example, when we mention the container, we can use a or an, right? When we mention the container, a spoon of, a bowl, or I don't know, a kilo, whatever, no? When we describe the container or the weight of the uncountable, it becomes countable temporary, right? And we can use. However, we cannot say a cheese or an, I don't know, I cannot think of any uncountable without a vowel, but and meat or a meat, no, it's incorrect. We don't use it directly with the non-countable nouns, no, we don't. With the container, yes, we can, but without the container, it's incorrect. And we don't use it with plural nouns too, because remember, a, en is un, uno, una, right? It's just for singular. When we want to describe more than one, we can say, I want 2, yeah, I don't use anymore. No, I want 2 big boxes of cereal, right? This is just for singular or singular vowels and consonants, right? Or temporarily non-countable when I have the container, just when I have the container. All right, let's practice this. Daniel, could you be Maggie and Larissa Paul? Thank you.
I want cookies and milk.
Me too. Let's get some.
Excellent. So here, because it's just cookies or milk, right? It's general, it's plural. We don't use a or an, and also think that we don't use the either, right? We don't need just cookies, milk. No, it's a plural noun. It doesn't need any specific word to describe it. Just cookies, milk, etc. Questions here? All right, let's continue. Now, the is the definite article. Why is called a definite article? Because we use the when the speaker and the listener are talking about maybe the same thing. So we're being specific about the same thing. Or we use the for the specific things that the speaker and listener know about. Okay, let's start with this one. Daniel, could you be Paul and Larissa Frankie?
Sorry, shall I read Paul?
Yes, please.
Let's do the grocery shopping.
Sure, Dad.
Did you get the milk?
No, I didn't.
Excellent. So when both people in the conversation, in the interaction are talking about the same thing, we can use that because we're being specific about something, right? In this case, just grocery shopping, and it's not just milk, right? They're talking about the milk that they have to get in this grocery shopping, right? That's why we also use the. All right, any questions, guys?
No, teacher.
All right, so both people know about the things. So that's why we use the. All right, it's very specific. Let's see the next one. Okay, and we use the definite article before singular count nouns, plural count nouns, and non-count nouns. So basically, we can use it with any nouns, countable, plural, singular, plural, and non-countable. So basically with anything, right? So let's see. Daniel, could you read the three sentences, please?
Sure. Here is the shopping cart. Count.
Mm-hmm.
The tomatoes are in easily 3.
Excellent.
Count. The milk is over there. None count.
Excellent. So thank you very much. In the three examples, we can see countable, singular, no, the shopping cart, the tomatoes, plural, right? And milk is non-countable, right? So because I'm talking about a specific noun, these are called nouns. No, a shopping cart, tomatoes, milk, anything is a noun, no? Es un nombre. Because I'm talking this specific one, I can use the. All right, but obviously, when you are in an interaction, usually you know this specific thing they're talking about. All right, but just remember we can use it with all of them. However, it has to be implied that it's something specific. All right, it cannot be just anything. It has to be specific. Any questions here, guys?
No, teacher.
All right, great. So, well, we also use this. All right, I'm not sure if we're gonna have the same one. No. We also use this. Let me take the chance to also explain this. We also use that when we're talking about unique things or things, people, or places that are unique. So, for example, the Cristo de la Concord, no, or maybe the president of Bolivia, or no, when I'm talking about something that is just one, a unique place, things, no, I use the. But obviously it has to be maybe just one, no? Or you have to be specific about if there are many, for example, the lake, not the blah, blah, blah lake. No, I'm being specific about this lake, not just any lake, right? That's why we also use the, right? With some specific things, people, no, etc. Now, going back to an and n, we can use a or n the first time we talk about a noun, and we use the when we talk about the noun for the second time. So for example, let's take a look to here. Daniel, could you be Paul, and Larissa, Frankie, please?
I made a shopping list. Now, where is it?
The list is in your shirt pocket. That.
Great. All right. So here he's talking about this shopping list, right? An indefinite. This is just a shopping list. I made a shopping list. Where is it? Now I'm talking about the same list. So the second time I'm mentioning this, or the other person has to be the list, no, because it is a specific list. So we can actually use both of them at the same time. All right. So the first time when we're talking about any noun, no, we can say a or n. No. For example, I got or I bought. No, I got an apple. No, I'm talking about this apple, right? Where is it? I can ask. No, or I don't know, where is it? The other person can answer, oh, the apple is on the fridge, for example, or is in the fridge. So because they're talking about the same thing, a shopping list, an apple, or anything, the second time I can use the to describe the same thing we're talking about. Do you understand this, guys? This is obviously just an interactions, right? When people is talking about the same thing. No, it's not the same when we just have sentences.
Okay, teacher.
All right, great. So that's all. Let me run another game to see how we do this second time. All right, because like I mentioned, this is a very it's not a difficult topic. However, because we speak Spanish, it's very common for us to make mistakes, especially with the. So let's try to review the content one more time, all right? And let's see how we do it. This is also a kind of long one. If I'm not wrong, it has 27 questions.
Okay.
So I don't think it will let me copy the link, but I will copy the code, okay? And it will be on the chat. Yeah. Let me close some things just so you can see the whole content. All right, let's start. All right, let's take a look. First question. We have, what do you think? A, the, or nothing? Great, awesome. Larissa, let's read it, please. Thank you.
We had a very good weather on Sunday.
Excellent. Good job. Let's see. Next. Okay. I need an, the, or nothing. All right. Daniel, could you read it, please?
When I talk to you, I need an advice.
All right, great job. And advice because it's starting with a vowel, right? Because, let's see the next one, guys. Okay, what about here? The or not? All right. Larissa, could you read that, please?
I bought a new car yesterday.
Excellent. Great job. All right. She is a, the, or not? All right. Great job, guys. Daniel, let's read it, please.
I'm not sure, but I think she's a teacher in a school.
All right. Great job. It's just a teacher. No one specific. All right. This is a request, right? Or a petition. What do you think, guys? Right. Let's see. Larissa, let's read it, please.
May I turn on the TV?
Great. Because I'm talking that specific TV, right? That's why. Okay, next. What do you think? A guitar, the guitar, or not? All right, great. Because I'm talking about this specific guitar. Daniel, let's read it, please.
I play the guitar.
Great. Great job. Next. Okay, written is and, the, or not. All right, great job. Larissa, let's read it, please.
Britain is an island.
And this word, we don't pronounce the S, so just island.
Island.
Island, correct. Great job. Great job. Next. All right. The center could be downtown. No, not very busy place. Great. Daniel, let's read it.
Do you live very far from the center?
Excellent. Great. No. All right. What do you think about dinner? Da, or no? All right. It was actually nothing. No? Larissa, let's read it, please.
We had dinner at a restaurant last night.
Yes. It was just dinner, right? We don't need to be specific when we talk about food. Unless you are mentioning something about that specific dinner. No? But if not, we don't need to. All right, a question. All right. Daniel, let's read it.
Do you live near the sea?
So we're thinking about this specific sea, right? Even when we don't have the name of the sea, both of them have to understand, not that they're talking about the same. All right, next one. We have a question. Sorry, guys. What do you think, guys? A lunch, the lunch, or nothing? Yay, great. Larissa, could you read it, please?
What are you going to have for lunch?
Great, excellent. So we don't need to add anything, right? Because it's just lunch. All right, what about the TV? Da, or nothing? All right, nothing, right? Because it's just like something you like, no? Daniel, could you read it, please?
I like watching television.
Excellent. So you're not talking about a specific television, right? You're just talking in general. I like doing this. So we don't need to be specific about that thing. Next. So this is a question, no? And, the, or nothing. Great. Larissa, could you read it, please?
Would you like to be in the army?
Excellent. So the army is something, it is specific, right? Because you're not talking about any army, right? Your country's army. So that's why it goes with the army. Next one. So a film, the film, or nothing. All right. Daniel? Oh, someone couldn't answer, I think.
The beginning of the film was not very good.
Correct. So they're talking about a specific movie or film, right? That's why it's describing part of the film. That's why it's the beginning of the film, this film, or they can give them a name, no? Of the Spider-Man movie, for example. No, I'm talking about that specific movie, so that's why it's the. Next. What about here? And, the, or nothing? All right. Yes. They are describing something that is not specific. They're not adding anything else. Maybe the second time they will say, yes, the film was old, or the film is old. No, but the first time, remember, we don't need to use the. No, if someone else is going to talk about the same thing, they can say the. Next. Okay. Okay, we have two words here. What do you think? All right. Larissa, could you read it, please?
I turned off the light, opened the door, and went out.
Correct. So this sentence, it's all in past, right? Past. I turned off the light, I opened the door and went out. So it's talking about a specific light and a specific door, right? It's talking about something that already happened. That's why we use the both times. Okay, next. Okay, what about here, guys? right. Daniel, could you read it, please?
We live in an old house near the station.
Great. So, just an old house, no, and don't be specific near this specific station. All right. All right. Think about this place. A, the, or nothing. All right. Yeah. Why? Because it's a specific place, right? Part of a specific city. Larissa, please read it.
Rome is the capital of Italy.
Excellent. Yeah. Great job. Next one, guys. All right, what about here? The, or nothing. All right. Daniel, will you read it, please?
Our apartment is on the third floor.
On the third floor. TH here sounds like no, third floor.
Third floor.
Excellent. Great job. So there are, well, not many third floors, right? That's why we're seeing this floor, not any floor, the third one. Next one, what do you think? A police, or the police, or nothing? All right. Larissa, could you read it, please?
The police stopped me because I was driving too fast.
Yes, so this is the both times because police, no, it's this specific police and the police because it's like a specific person, right? A specific group of people. So the. All right, what about here? We have a question and an answer. The, or no? All right, both are the, correct? Daniel, could you read it, please?
Is my coat in the living room? No, it isn't. I saw it in the kitchen.
Excellent. So this specific room in the living room or in the kitchen, no? These two specific places. That's why it's done. All right. Program, it will be show, no? And interesting or the interesting or nothing. Great. Larissa, could you read it, please?
I watched an interesting program on TV.
Excellent. Just an interesting show, no, not very specific show. What about here? The or nothing? All right, great job. Daniel, can you read it, please?
The sun is a star.
Excellent. So it's one specific star, right? So the. Next. What about here? Same train, the same train, or not? All right, great. Larissa, can you read it, please?
were living on the same train.
Excellent. The same train, that specific train, right? Next. All right, what about here? Amen, daman, or nothing? All right. Daniel, can you read this?
Who is the man on left?
All right. The man on the left. That specific man, not right on the left. All right. What about here? You need a holiday, the holiday, or nothing. All right. Larissa, could you read it, please?
You look very tired. You need a holiday.
Excellent. Good job. Well, we will have a holiday on Monday, no? And finally, guys, it's a nice day, or it's a nice day, or nothing. It's nice day. All right, great job. Daniel, let's read the last one, please.
It's a nice day. Let's go out.
Great. All right. So that's, I think you guys understood a little bit more with this game. We're just going to practice one last exercise. Well, Larissa was, let's see, second, Daniel first. Great job, guys. Very good job. All right. So we're going to practice one last exercise. This is a short one. And well, understanding all the rules, I don't think we will have problems anymore. Recognizing, however, we will see this topic later on one more time when we are practicing some, any, a lot of, all right, so this is introductory part. So I shared the link. Maybe Larissa, could you click on the link and share it with us? It's basically just the same thing, no? But this time we don't have nothing. We have to put one of them. So we're just going to choose the correct one, and that's all. We will work on this for the last 2 minutes, and then we will finish the class. All right, Larissa, could you please share your screen? Let us know if you have any problems. Thank you very much. All right, so first one. They're talking about occupation.
Laura is a science.
Right. Scientist.
I love watching the sky.
Great.
She's a nurse.
All right.
In 19
My teens.
in 1900 teacher?
19s.
Okay, in 19s, people are working hard.
So what do you think? Is a, and, or the?
In the.
All right. Correct.
She is such a nice girl.
All right. Nice girl. Correct.
I want to buy a kilo of rice.
Great.
She loves playing the piano.
Correct. Great.
The Vietnamese are brave.
All right.
The Smiths are kind.
Great.
Lily is a good girl.
I love looking at the moon.
Great job.
We want to buy a new car.
Great job.
It takes an hour to get to school.
It is an egg.
All right.
A shark or the shark is big.
All right.
The shark.
Shark.
I live in the capital of Vietnam.
Great.
Lily is always the first in our class. The first.
The first in our class. That's correct.
Jackson runs the second.
All right.
My mother is a tallest girl.
Okay, so let's review that. We haven't seen this topic, no, but tall when a adjective it finishes in est, sorry, it means that is a person that it's all the people could be average, and this person is taller than the rest of the group. So my mother in this case is the tallest. When we say the best, is the same, no, because we're saying this person is more than the rest, and isn't specific, no.
Teacher,
Yes.
can you explain us a little bit of when is the or the?
There is not necessarily a difference between it's just the pronunciation, no? Sorry, maybe like that it's bad. But it's just the pronunciation. So in some cities, some countries, they use the or da. The, I don't think I've heard the, I'm not sure, but it's like the vowel, it doesn't really have a sound. No, it's da, the house. The house, you're pronouncing the E. So it sounds a little bit more Spanish, I would say. The house, no, it's no, the computer, no, because it doesn't, you don't pronounce the vowel, you don't pronounce the E. But it's obviously different in any country or any city. It depends of slang, I guess, but usually I will say it's the. It doesn't have a vowel, but it's common for Spanish speakers to say de, no, because we see the e, not de, but it's de. It doesn't have a sound.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And last one, what do you think it is?
Jackson wants to make the meal for everyone.
All right. All right. So let's finish. All right. So I guess we just have one mistake. No, it could be a mistake just because it's talking about just a meal. It's not saying maybe this a specific meal, like like a soup, or I don't know, but it's just a meal. No, we've seen this usually with food. It's just breakfast, lunch, dinner. We don't say the breakfast, the lunch, unless maybe you're talking about something that happened during this thing, no, this activity. But usually we don't. All
Okay.
right, so great job, guys. It was very good practice. I just wanted to show you my English lab to see how you guys are doing, because sometimes our I know it's a little bit crazy, the schedule, just so you guys see how are your assignments doing. So we're going to see grades really quick, because remember, you need at least a minimum percentage of grade to pass to the next course, right? And we have just 1 week left. That's why I want to check this with you guys. So we're going to see model B. So far, you should have worked almost until the unit 4, I will say, no? So if you take a look, this is unit B1. You both work on it. B2, that's correct. B3, awesome. B4, all right. So I believe B4 is until tomorrow, no? Okay. So please don't forget to work on that because we have a long weekend. And then remember, the last week is always the shortest because we have the whole week to work B5 and the final model B, no, which is the one that we just work one time, right? So if I'm not wrong, I assign this from Thursday until Friday. And unfortunately, I cannot give you more time than that. However, I can assign it earlier if you need to, if you want to. But this week you will have a lot of things. So if you want to take the weekend to work on that, you can, obviously. And if you have any problems, please let me know. Sometimes very, very, I don't know, very weird times happens that you cannot access to the platform. Usually it's late at night. So, but anyways, let me know if you have any problems. And that will be it for today's class. I'm not sure if you have any questions or you had any problems with the assignment, quizzes.
B5 is already active, so we can work on that this weekend.
All right.
So you say that the final test will be available from Thursday
I
until
believe.
Friday.
I'm not sure. I believe I can check. But if you needed to assign it earlier, I can do that because I know during weekdays, it's difficult.
If you can assign that, I mean, today, for we can work on that this weekend.
Yes, sure.
On my side is the best thing.
Okay. Yes, I will say because it usually takes 40, 50 minutes and you cannot stop, right? If you stop, it will send your answers and it's a 40% of your grade. Okay,
Yeah,
so
on weekdays we are too busy, so
yes,
we can work on that this weekend. Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. And by the way, I will let you know, guys, if on Monday it's a holiday and we won't have classes, I will ask my coordinator and I will let you know well, as soon as possible, no? So you don't have to worry about that. So that's it. I'm running today's polls. Let me know if you cannot see it. And that will be it for today's class, guys. I will assign, well, I will give you, actually everything is assigned already. So I'm just going to give you, I will run it earlier. All right. Thank you very much,
teacher.
guys.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend and I'll see you on Monday. If we don't have classes, I'll let you know as soon as possible. All right. Have a great day. Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.